Size doesn't matter, at least that's what I keep telling myself. And while there are some scenarios where bigger is actually better, when it comes down to your concealed carry firearm, a smaller gun is better, right? My name is Dustin with We the People Holsters, and in today's video, we're gonna be going over some things that maybe or maybe not to look for when you buy a CCW gun, and also why a smaller gun may not always be the better option. Now, before we get into size comparisons and compensation, I'm talking about muzzle devices here. Regardless of what you guys are carrying, if you need a holster for your daily carry gun, or for your side piece, or for literally just about anything, look no further than WeThePeopleHolsters.com. Already got a holster? Even freaking better. Check out our brand new holster mount, which is gonna allow you to seamlessly transition from on-body carry to easily accessible if you're in your car or at home or something like that in just a few seconds. You guys can check all of that out by heading to the website or clicking the link down below, or just, www.wethepeopleholsters.com. It's that simple. All right, I wanna make this call out right now. Fellas, Valentine's Day is coming up, and I get it, you wanna get your missus a little something, but for the love of God, do not buy her a gun. Instead, take her to the range. Rent some guns, let her find out what she likes and what she doesn't like. Getting it right the first time when it comes to buying guns is critical to ensuring that she gets a firearm she actually wants to shoot, and if she wants to shoot it, she's more likely to practice and or carry it. Okay, little rant is over, V-Day is done, on to the video. One of the biggest mistakes we see made across the board is that relatively new gun owners tend to think that smaller guns are going to be better for concealment purposes, and trust us when we say that we totally get it. Personally, I actually did that exact same thing when I bought my very first CCW gun. I was 21 years old, I went to the store and I found one of the smallest handguns that I could buy because, like every other concealed carry owner, for the first time I was really nervous when I was carrying that gun. I was worried about printing and that gun kind of sticking out and people being able to see it, so I bought a tiny pistol because that's what I told myself I needed. Let me tell you, in my personal experience, smaller guns are not better. Here's why. First of all, smaller guns are actually going to be harder to shoot. Now, this is a bit of a generalization, so stay with me here, but the smaller the gun, the harder it is to get a good handhold on that pistol, regardless of hand size. I have really little hands, and it still doesn't work. This is especially true with some of the compact line of pistols available on the market today. The smaller the gun, harder it is to grip that thing, and then, while you can still shoot it, it's going to be a lot harder to be accurate because you're not holding that gun correctly. This is exactly why you see guns like the P365XL, the Glock 43X, and some of those other handguns having a larger grip compared to the slide. They're just easier to shoot. Now, right alongside being harder to control in hand is also going to be the increased muzzle flip and recoil. Because the gun weighs less and is less firm in your grip, it's naturally going to have more recoil and more muzzle rise. You ever shot a compact 40 or even a 45 before? If so, you know exactly what I'm talking about. A buddy of mine had a Gen 3 Glock chambered in 40, and it was less than stellar to shoot. It just wasn't fun. The muzzle flip out of thing was enough after 4 or 5 rounds that you just didn't want to shoot it anymore, and if the gun isn't fun to shoot, then it's not going to be fun to train with, and if it's not fun to train with, then you're not going to train with it, and if you don't train with your gun, you're going to be less prepared, should you ever find yourself to need it in some sort of self-defense situation. It really is that simple. Perhaps, though, one of the biggest reasons why smaller guns aren't actually better is round count. While this is typically true, there are some examples that have made some innovations in magazine technology, which makes this less true, but we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Typically speaking, the smaller the gun, the less rounds you'll be able to put in the magazine. It's just fact, you only have so much room in there. It's not uncommon to see some of these micro pistols only have a 7+1 capacity, especially if they're single stack and in something like 9mm. Now, sure, you likely won't need more than that round count, but it is never a bad idea to have more ammunition. This is where guns like the Hellcat Pro or even the P365 lineup really shine, with some of them having a 15+1 or even, I think, a 17+1 on the X macro in terms of capacity. At the end of the day, what it really comes down to is finding a gun that you can comfortably shoot, practice with, and most importantly, be accurate with. One round from a 22 that hits its intended target is still more effective than 10 rounds out of a 45 that miss. So our recommendation is to find something that you can shoot it well, be comfortable, be confident, and find a gun that you like. In terms of concealability, while every body type is different and every concealed carry position is a little bit different, what I can say is that chances are you're gonna be able to conceal it. I know guys that carry single stack micro pistols, and I know real thin guys that carry full-size FN 509s with extended mags and literally everything in between. What do you guys think? Drop a comment down below and be sure to let us know. And as always, make sure you smash that subscribe button so you can keep up with the We the People Holsters content we got coming for you. With that, my name's Dustin. We'll see you guys on the next one. Stay free, friends.